sithi bayeke wena wethu ingcwele akekho fana nawe siyakhothama phambi kwakho.
Praise the Lord.
Sithi hallelujah udumo lungo lwakho isibongo sikunikeza lokhu dumo
siyakubonga siyakubonisa baba wethu hallelujah.
Yes. Ngingena kanjena ke ku live Facebook ke. This is myself Nkosy SA. Ngingene laphana ke with my mother mom Dr. Suoane Msomi, Dr. Thabisile Msomi as a queen of the palace ke. It's hallelujah. It's right now ngizonqalela ke nje ngixele what is happening in sports currently. I remember before ngingene like live ngigcine broadcast them awards ukuthi what is happening in Japan right now. It's going to surprise you in just a blink of an eye. Things have changed the way ebengibone ngayo 30 minutes ago. Right now the charts number 1 be China with our award our 18 right now. the things have changed a lot, and we have number one umusha Great Britain ngizoshi top 5, and even Russia moved the position as well. Russia now imuvile position. The number one have Great Britain with 6 awards, ama gold, then 7 silvers and 3 bronze medals, 16 awards in total. Then China number 2, 6 golds and 4 silvers. I think then section 30 ama silver each Great Britain as abangaphezulu ka 4, so lokho kwenza ukuthi ke bakubabeke kwi sports esingaphezulu kune China. Then nayo Russia at awards I4 more are silver, and then Australia at the 2 awards are silver. Isinam awards are 6 into 6 ama goldi. In fact, it's top 4 in ama gold are 6, and then number 5 in ama gold are 4. Number 5 Italy with 10 total medals, 4 golds. Things are happening in Japan. It doesn't take fast, very very fast, and I must say to get my athletes asamengo mumo. Right now, maybe before I go to soccer, let me start by rugby. By the way, rugby 2021 izoqala next year. I-Prospon izoqala next year, izoqala ngo-October 15 iziphele ngomhla ka-19 of August. The competition ke iziningi izinto ezenza ukuthi i-Prospon, since we know ukuthi ke there are these cases ngempela of COVID-19. This calls seriousness with sports and strain. We've seen on Tuesday, I remember I reported ukuthi even the biggest players, or Mohamed Salah, weren't able to play for their countries on the competition year World Cup qualifiers because of COVID-19 quarantine restrictions. As England abastraina kakhulu, so naye kodwa uzodedelwa, but in things I'm weak as good see. There's a lot that is happening in sports under this COVID-19 that is not normal to others or to us, and the NIRAP is moving. It's gonna, if you're watching the date, it will be held in a window between end of Commonwealth Games and also World Cup will be say Qatar, Ebola, and ngakhuluma into eningi COVID-19 with sports ukuthi kwenzakalani, and you see ukuthi there is a negative part yayo, and then we have to move on nathi ukuthi how will we cope with this situation, and the fans in the stadiums. As ngisazongena kwi-story esothinta futhi i-importance of fans in the stadiums, of which ke sengizokhuluma nge-MLS. Ngapromisa ke a few months ago ukuthi ngisazonilethela i-MLS, by the way, a major soccer league, a league yebhola yase-United States of America, and it's been doing very well for the past years. By the way, MLS was created in 1993, and then it didn't go well for them. Obviously, it won't go well. Maybe for the start, but more kubika kambarahle. But ngokubuka kwami, in my view, on MLS, how it started, how it is right now, I've seen the growth with MLS, because even myself, I would have known about the MLS if they haven't grown. But there are a few majors, a major soccer league about beginning as, because I know when I talk about MLS, someone will like engqondweni yakhe kuzovele ukuthi Beckham ekhanda lakhe ukuthi ke Beckham, MLS, Inter Miami yabo, but ngizonichazela ke a little bit about the MLS. By the way, MLS, since it's in US, United States of America, we know what's in the United States of America. Those people, the way they are, US. I think maybe because I love US and I'm connected to US, I love US kakulu, and I've seen their lifestyle and how they live or how they do things or which things they are doing. US is a very very huge country. It's very huge in such a way that to travel, it's very hard from city to city. It's very hard to travel from city to city. You can travel for hours just to go to another city, whereas in other countries, to move to another city will take you 30 minutes, 15 minutes. for 14 minutes because the country is very small. For example, if I come from my house to the town, it takes me almost like 30 minutes, a taxi or bus. But to US, to move to one place to another, it can take you hours, and to fly with the plane as well, it take you even more. It take you less to watch, but still more hours. So imagine Major Soccer League, MLS, the soccer, you need to travel to play games. And we've seen in Europe, the countries are small, and then you find out the club to travel from one city to another to play with another club. It would take a minimum of 2 hours and a maximum of 6 hours to travel from another city that is far, like in England. And Major Soccer League, the things that have been facing, another is fans. Soccer is not a famous sport in US. As you know, in US we have different sports. We have a football, not like a football that you kick, but like about South Africa they will know rugby, but it's not like, it's like rugby, but it's not rugby. It's called football. It's very famous in US, and they have lots of fans who are following it. And also have NBA, of which basketball. We have lots of fans in our corner. We've seen people like Isho Ikala. We've heard about all Simons. Their moves will cost millions of cash. It means there's lots of following, there's lots of investments and TV promotions as well. And then we also have a baseball, also have a following as well in US. These are issues that MLS was facing and still facing right now, but at least right now MLS has gained has did a promotion and gained little fans than the past. For example, after Beckham retired at Inter Miami in US, he played for Inter Miami, and then they started to get fans because there was one big name, David Beckham. The whole world knows him with his history, his scoring goals for fun. He's been one of the legends in soccer that we respect even today. He's a coach for Inter Miami right now. By the way, to update you on Inter Miami recently signed Higuain, as you know, as a striker from played for biggest teams. He's played for Chelsea, he played for Real Madrid, he played for Juventus as well. You see that this player is a big name, and he went to MLS and played for Inter Miami as well. We have a World Cup winner, Matuidi from France is also playing for Inter Miami. As you see, these big names, they're coming. It's calls for the fans. It's called fans to watch soccer in US because they didn't have chance to see these players face to face, and now they're coming to US, and then it's huge for them who are following soccer, because not that there are no people who are following soccer, it's just that it's not popular. There's nothing that draws them. That means MLS have to do a promotion, like invites more players that have big names in the league. In future, maybe we'll have Messi and Ronaldo playing in MLS. That would be very, very huge. It's my dream. Maybe, I don't know, it's gonna happen or it's possible, but I think the MLS have to think what is going to happen with Messi and Ronaldo retiring in MLS. Also, we have a big name that have signed, and also one of the teams in US and MLS, Ibrahimovic, one of the legends, and still playing today, scoring goal for fans. He went there for 2 years and played. Also drew more attention to soccer, as well as facilities. First thing they faced, there were no fans, like there were very, very few fans. And then the requirement for MLS for the team to start and play, if you're making a team, or you coming up with the team, first thing first, you need to have a facility. After you build the facility, then you find out that your team, when it's playing, there are no fans. And we've seen this in Barcelona. After coronavirus hit them, there were no fans, and then they went to debts. They went to like huge. They were like deep in debts, and even right now they're still owing. We've seen them releasing the name. Big names like Abu Messi, they couldn't they couldn't renew the contracts, they couldn't register other big names. That calls that it's important to have fans in the field. each and every sport. It's very important. It's encouraging, and it's giving you the power to play even more. You won't have that pressure that you have to do things on your own, but there are people who are behind you, and that's why I'm talking. That's why I'm saying I can talk a lot about COVID-19 and sports. How do they relate, or what is happening really? Maybe let me move on as well. MLS has been doing well. First of all, they started having those retiring players in MLS, and okay, the viewership increased a little bit, but for others, it's lags because it's bunch of retirees of the oldies, of the 30s and the 40s are retiring on MLS. We no longer maybe see them, or maybe they have that name that they had 20 years ago or 10 years ago. But recently we have now the youngest players. They went there and go and play. I still don't know most of their player names in MLS, the famous ones, but we've seen players like Abo Pulisic. They coming from MLS. He played for Dortmund and now he's playing for Chelsea. He's one of the big names in the football history right now. He's doing wonders as Chelsea lifted UEFA Champions League. Is gaining even more and more and more. And we have more players like Cabo Dest, who've been playing for Juventus and also for Barcelona. Pure from MLS, the young players. And we have one that I forgot is playing for Borussia Dortmund. I'm going to remember his name, but it's also from US. It's called that MLS is big now. Even young players, they play there. But now we want to see the balance. We want to see like names like we want to see players like Owanedram going to MLS. We want to see or we want to see About Giroud. They're not enough right now. Giroud is very old right now. We want to see players like Abo Dybala, Abo Greenwood, about Drogba, maybe playing in MLS. Maybe that can be big. MLS have to look at that, have to invest more money into players that are well known, and also invest in youth, because we know currently people who are dominating is youth. I can talk a lot about youth in soccer, hour and hours and hours. Before I go out in MLS, there's lots of content. I know you're waiting for Ronaldo's story and Messi and PSG on one team. Is it possible or not? I'm going to bring you what is going to be happening. Right now, MLS need promotion. I urge you all who are listening and watching on Facebook right now in Car Radio to support this league. Maybe it can do better. Maybe it can rise like other leagues. We need to have teams that we're supporting. We need to post on our social media, follow the channels and watch them and look. Maybe they have best players there. Maybe their soccer maybe doesn't have a following, a supporting, because you don't want to see US, a big country like this, their soccer league falling just because of us fans who love soccer. We didn't support it. Also them, they want to be known, they want to be out there. We want to see them competing with big clubs, maybe having friend matches, or maybe cups, maybe like Manchester United is playing with Inter Miami. That could be fantastic, because it's collaborating from friends in Europe and friends in the United States of America. We see them coming together as one and watching those players. MLS has been doing promotions. We've seen friendly games. Manchester City have went there, and other teams have went there to play friendly matches. That's huge for them. It's a promotion. It's called that they're taking soccer very seriously in MLS. In US, if you're United States, you're watching this show right now or you're listening, I urge you, you can support this league. It's from your country. You can support this league, and also I promise you this league can do better if they can bring more seriousness in this league, like leagues like about NBA. They can surpass NBA, they can surpass football and NFL, they can surpass the the baseball. They have to support these teams, and also they need to sort this Western and Eastern Coast thing, because clubs league is one, but it's divided into two, Western and Eastern, because of travel time. So they shorten the hours of traveling by reducing the league into two parts, the Western and Eastern. I've explained it on Tuesday. Currently, FIFA is Canada, Mexico, and US. We're asking FIFA on 2026 to host the World Cup together as one, just to promote soccer alone. 3 countries hosting one World Cup as one. That's gonna be huge. I'm still gonna go deep in that story and see, and I'm gonna bring to you what is happening on those talking. Now, let's go to Europe. Some familiar US. Let's go to Europe. There are lots of things that are happening in Europe soccer right now. There's a lot of drama. Many things are happening. Currently, the champions lifters of La Liga, Atletico Madrid, is looking for a second striker, because since they're defending the league, they need another showcase striker just to back up Suarez when he's playing, maybe just in case is getting injury. As you know that he's aging right now, they need another striker to secure their cup, to defend the cup league. Right now they've approached a Fiorentina striker. He scored 21 goals last season. His name is Dasha Vlahovic. Vlahovic has made big news in transfer window, because we've heard that Man City was looking for him as well, but Guardiola is looking very relaxed. I'm still gonna go to him. What is he thinking about transfer this season? Look like he's very relaxed, but I think he needs a striker, but he's just ignoring it a bit. That's my view of this story. Currently, Atletico Madrid was rejected 2 times because Fiorentina is valuing their striker at 70 million euros. That's big money. That's big. For their striker, they're valuing it at 70 million plus, and Atletico weren't able to offer 70 million currently, but we don't know what is going to be happening. As well, I mentioned before I went to live that Tuchel was asking the board, the board of Chelsea, that why did they sack Frank Lampard. Tuchel questions the board why they sacked Frank Lampard. When he mentions, he say, when you talk about Chelsea, the first thing that comes in his mind is Lampard, one of the legends in Chelsea. Has made history in Chelsea. That we have names about like Didier Drogba, Eto'o, Lampard, and many others who've done very well for the club. And Lampard has been centered off them all, and has been the captain, the legend, and he came back after the signings that he made. Tuchel just bought only one player, Romelu Lukaku. He used the players that Lampard used, but I don't know what is the story, why Tuchel is questioning this right now. As you know, Tuchel is one of the best coaches, one of the respected, and teams are scared of, other managers are scared of Tuchel, because after the impact that he's done on Chelsea in few months, the fully transformation of the team is massive, and it's very scary for another teams. Already sitting on 6 points and no loss. This coming week is playing against Liverpool club. Club is also has 6 points. We want to see what is going to be happening. Moving on. Now I'm going to the major story. I'm just tackling the major story that you all been waiting for. Is Cristiano and Messi possible? According to news, for now, it's impossible. On my view, it's impossible. As you look at the situation right now, Real Madrid, they need Mbappe, and PSG is looking for Mbappe to stay one more season. They want to risk him to be a free agent next year. By the way, his contract ends at 1 June 2022 next year. his contract will be ending, and then he'll be a free agent. It's gonna go to Real Madrid as a free agent, because we know that Real Madrid is interested to signing him, and also he's also interested to sign for Real Madrid. He wants a signature of Real Madrid, because it's been exposed that Mbappe doesn't want to be under the shadow of Messi. He wants to be the only one in the team to shine. As he's going to Real Madrid, he knows that he's going to be the only one who is shining, and that alone, to others it may show as pride, to others it may show as confidence, but to me in this story, I think Mbappe started this thing long time ago, that he wants to leave France. He wants to leave the Ligue 1 and join the other leagues. He wants a new challenge. Beside the story, he wants a new challenge. As well, as I'm still in PSG, if example Mbappe leaves the club, they need PSG need the replacement for him. They have alternatives, many alternatives. I've heard the rumors, not the true news that you know, but the rumors are saying. Also, since Lewandowski was looking for another suitable challenge on a different league, in a different country, I think PSG are looking at him, observing from a distance. He may be their number 9 striker, and then we have Messi and Neymar backing him up to be the best 3 and scoring goals for fun. That could be massive. That could be big blown news in this transfer window, but you don't know what is going to happen. Already, PSG have released the clause. They've say now they want to let go of Mbappe if he's willing to go. If the club that wants him is willing to buy him with the price they want. Already they released 150 million, but but Real Madrid has surprised PSG and came with 160 million euros. And right now PSG is looking to higher the price because they're seeing that they can break the record, maybe sell him at 200 just to cash up. If Real Madrid can able to take to give them 200s, the PSG can increase and break the world record by selling Mbappe at 220 million. So others, fans or people who are watching this show or listening right now, that's greedy. If you're selling the player at 150 and the club is offering you 160, and now you want to increase to 200 or 220 million, to others it's business. They want to make money with Mbappe. To others it's greediness. But I don't know. What's your view in this? Just comment down right below, and I want to hear what is your say, what is your take in this. But Messi and Ronaldo this year, impossible. Maybe next year if Mbappe leaves, maybe they could have alternatives. Right now, as I'm talking about Ronaldo's situation, Real Madrid, Manchester United are way off. Juventus off. He's moving. He's made the history already. But already the 4 teams that can sign Ronaldo, who can sign Ronaldo and give those team services is Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and PSG. But at the moment, PSG is dealing with Mbappe's situation. They haven't offered anything to Ronaldo. Chelsea, they are looking like they're chilled. It's looking like they won't sign any player soon. And Liverpool, they may need his services. They may need his signature, as you've seen them for the past season. They weren't doing the way that we were expecting. But recently we heard Man City are in talk with Ronaldo and Ronaldo's manager, and the club Juventus, they want Gabriel Jesus, but our man Pep Guardiola doesn't want to sell Jesus. But they said that if they can release Sterling, they can look into Ronaldo's contracts. They can take him if they can release Sterling. I want to talk with my other analytics, people that we analyze soccer with. My friend, by the way, maybe one of the shows I'm gonna bring him and talk with him. We talk and discuss what is happening inside and outside soccer. And I discussed with him and said, after Man City signed Grealish, Sterling has no place. They just want to replace Sterling without telling us they want to replace Sterling. Right now, Pep Guardiola has just exposed himself that he wants to get rid of Sterling. He doesn't want his services anymore. As we've seen, since Sterling, Barcelona were blowing up Man City, and then Sterling starts to add up very different in the squad and in the gym. So Pep Guardiola was tired of him. He wants to get rid of him. He signed Grealish with 100 million euros. That calls that he doesn't want his services anymore. Maybe if they can get rid of Sterling, maybe we can find Ronaldo playing in Etihad. How fantastic that will be. How challenging that will be to EPL or English Premier League. We don't know. By the way, Messi, a PSG player, Paris Saint-Germain player right now, number 30, is going to be debuting his match on Sunday. Messi is going to play on Sunday versus Stade de Reims. And there's something I want to tell you before I exit the show. Tickets already sold out. And the surprising is the tickets were sold internationally as well. And police, securities were called and said they have to look into the situation because there will be many fans. Tickets are sold out for this match. As you know, one of the legends is playing on another team. That is huge alone. People want to see this. I don't know. This calls that there are other people who are better than others in the world. There are people who have built their name and they are up there. Messi has made PSG rich without even him playing, because I've heard the day when they were selling Messi's jersey. The jersey sold millions in just a few hours. The jersey, the number 30 jersey with Messi, sold not even in one day, in less than few hours. PSG stores were full of lines of people waiting to buy Messi's jersey in PSG. And that alone calls that why Mbappe wants to exit to Real Madrid. Now the face is not Mbappe. Now their face is Messi. As I'm leaving right now on Facebook, I'm still going to be continuing on car radio as well right now. I'm still going to bring you the results. We have Carabao Cup results. Carabao Cup was playing. I have massive scores. And also PSL was playing. DStv Premiership was playing their matches. I have results here. Before you exit, just follow myself, Nkosy SA Nxumalo, and also follow our radio. Like the page Car Radio, and also subscribe on our YouTube channel Car Radio on YouTube. And also, as I'm exiting, just make sure go to Car Radio on TuneIn or go to Radio Box, search Car Radio, then you're gonna find me continuing on sports. Right now as I'm exiting, ang ngedwa ngiphuma with the Queen of the Palace, ethi ngizokudumisa, my mother, by the way. One of my favorite songs. I love you. Goodbye. Ngizonibona next week.
Izinhlupheko zolungileyo zinzima abonge njalo